we have our friend Jordan here, and Jordan, in addition to being a great artist, is also a great scholar of art.
I do. I have a degree.
Hell yeah.
I learned me that stuff.
Well, you know, this is the holiday episode, the Christmas episode, what have you, and I started thinking about what comes to mind when you hear the phrase Christmas art.
Norman Rockwell.
Norman Rockwell, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. That'd be mine.
That's got to be a number one, Norman Rockwell. Mm-hmm. Is there perhaps a 1B situation that you can think of?
Rivers starts like leaning his computer over what he has pulled up.
Should I look at your notes?
I think you're going to know who this is. Because when I think Christmas art, obviously Rockwell's number one, but number two, it's got to be Thomas Kinkade. What do you know about Thomas Kinkade, Jordan?
Great marketer.
Hell yes.
Incredible marketer. Like the most impressive marketing campaign in the history of artists, actually.
Oh, yeah. Do the rest of y'all have any familiarity with the Painter of Light?
I was going to say, I know the nickname, but I forget what his fucking deal is exactly.
Yeah, what did he do?
He painted saccharine landscapes, but he only painted 32 of them or something.
Yeah.
It's a very minuscule amount of paintings for the fact that he now has like decorative wall plates and a calendar every year. And
Thomas Kinkade is, if cruise ship art is a genre, he is the Da Vinci of cruise ship art.
Okay.
Specifically Disney cruise ship art. He had a contract to paint Disney stuff, and there's one that's hilarious where it's Mickey and Minnie sitting on a patio overlooking Santorini. And the Isle of Santorini looks very realistic, but then there's just Mickey and Minnie here. And like if your relative
just AI generated.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is the most Disney adult shit I've ever heard.
That's beyond that. It's like
here's Mickey and Minnie lowering my grandmother into the ground.
I was gonna say.
We're your family now.
We'll never die on you.
I'm gonna push Minnie off this cliff.
We'll bury you like we buried her. All will burn, and only there will be us.
Oh, gosh.
Her blood's on your hand, Mickey.
I'd make a blood offering. Gosh.
It's amazing because it is just like if you see that in a relative's house, they need to be put in a home.
Yeah.
Like, if they, especially considering how much Thomas Kinkade stuff costs, because it's just prints, as you said.
Yeah, it's all prints. It's all just he painted like 30 paintings in his 20s or 30s, and then everything else has just been a reprint. He hasn't made a new item.
Well, it's been a reprint
40 years before his death.
Yeah. Well, everything's a reprint, but also the original stuff, he had kind of like Rembrandt system of like, he had just had a workshop where he was like, okay, I want a stream with a fucking cabin. Do it. And then he would pay, presumably, small third world children to paint serene.
Yeah, you're getting $5 for that one, and then moving on.
Of trellises and,
Oh, God.
snowy paths. But he was huge into Christmas just as a genre. So much so that they made a movie back in, I believe, 2006, starring Peter O'Toole. Who one hopes they paid him a lot, it was in 2008, and it was called Thomas Kinkade's Christmas Cottage.
Oh, finally.
And
I'm Peter O'Toole, and I am about to be dead.
I have gambling debts that need settling.
they will break my legs.
And go look at this fucking cottage.
So in the movie, he's playing Thomas Kinkade's mentor.
I thought he was playing the cottage.
Come in me.
Get up in my back door.
I'm warm inside.
Won't you stay for a while?
Santa baby. Santa buddy.
As the specter of death looms above my head, I can't help but think of a few whiffins past, and then the joy that Thomas Kinkade's artwork brings me.
I mean, you're being funny, but like it's not far off. Like
he can't stop rambling about death.
I feel the Reaper's fingers wrapping around my throat.
At the end of life, one determines the worth of
his big line in the movie is, "Paint the light, Thomas. Paint the light." I see it as it approaches me.
The way you delivered that, it sounds like he said it while he was falling off the cliff.
But a beautiful cliff that Mickey is sitting on top of.
You see when he's trampled by wildebeest.
Snow Buzzard's just picking his eyeballs out of his skull.
Well, do you know anything about Kincade's personal life by any chance?
He was like a fundy, wasn't he? He was like very fundamentalist.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, like
he signed every painting with the Jesus fish. And if you didn't get it, he wrote John 3:16 too.
Wow.
He doubled up.
Wow.
So yeah, he was extremely evangelical, and he marketed heavily towards evangelical. So it's part of the reason that they became just really successful in the 90s, especially when all that megachurch shit just started taking off. That was in every pastor's office was Mickey, covering up the death of Minnie, Santorini or whatever. But he's not with us anymore, though, Thomas. So I've got this is actually got a couple articles here I just wanted to share with you guys, kind of combine these two. This is Dan Glaister writing for The Guardian and Zach Bissonette writing for The Daily Beast. So, in death, the evangelical artist who, at his peak, claimed to be the world's most successful living painter, perhaps achieved the sort of art world excess that he craved. Thomas Kinkade, the painter of light, died on April 6, 2012 at the age of 54. Kincade's people said it was due to natural causes. 54, yeah,
Well, a bus is a natural cause.
If you get stabbed that many times, naturally, you'll die.
You will bleed out.
Naturally.
your heart exploding from all the cocaine. It can't be natural for that to happen.
Thomas Kinkade OD'd on Cobra Cane.
Well, kind of. It's sort of the other direction, though. A month later, the coroner's office in Santa Clara, California, announced that the death was caused by an accidental overdose of alcohol and Valium.
Whoopsie.
Yeah. So his whole thing, he literally called himself the painter of light, as in the light of God. Like, he was the holier-than-thou painter who sold a bajillion paintings, or prints, I should say. Turns out,
He was the POD of hotel art. He took the Reliant way.
By that point, a legal scrap had already begun between Kincade's ex-wife and trustee of his estate, and her name is Nanette, which is literally the only other Nanette I've ever heard of besides the Netflix special. So his wife and his girlfriend, Amy Pinto Walsh. Pinto Walsh produced letters written in Kincade's blurry, alcohol-fueled scrawl that promised her his home, all of his paintings, and $10 million to establish a museum in his name.
Amy, I'm gonna paint and show me fucking lights. How many fucking cottages you want?
Over the river and through the woods to Drunky I go.
You don't know what a fucking trellis looks like.
Listen, if I die, I paint and make you doing gay shit. You gotta burn it. You gotta burn it, Amy. You gotta burn it if they find it. Don't go to heaven, Amy.
The estate immediately requested a gag order from Amy Pinto Walsh in order to prevent her from releasing photos and information damaging to the Painter of Light's brand. And the matter was quickly settled
So
out of
it
court.
had to have been a whole thing of him being like, God's not real. Because we all know that. I'm on a fistful of Valium and a handful of Bud Light Clamatos. And God's not real.
Hey, when did your face start drooping? Was that just me?
First of all, hail Satan.
First of all, get that right off the bat.
Second of all, yum yum value. Daddy needs your candy.
Oh God! mean, the first part of that article, like, yeah, I think that in the 90s, that guy might have been the most successful artist.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah. Oh, I got some numbers coming up later that are fucking crazy.
Yeah. No, and it's crazy. So people always want to talk to me about Thomas Kinkade when they find out that I have an art history degree. And I'm like, no, I don't know this guy. Like, I read about him because he's bad.
Yeah.
We had a Thomas Kinkade gallery in my hometown.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But he never came up in any class that I took.
That's the equivalent of being like, oh, you have a history degree. Let's talk about Hitler. What a cool dude. You must love that guy.
Or it's like when your aunt's like, so you do stand-up, so you love Larry the Cable Guy, huh? You love Larry the Cable Guy, right?
What's your catchphrase?
Do you have a get her done? I'm working on it. Oh, that's why you're not Larry the Cable Guy.
I'll bury you under the ground. That's mine.
Oh, we bury our sins in the river. Oh, I'm fucking dissociating right now. I'm like floating above my
You're
own
slime,
body.
dude. You're
Yeah,
straight
you're all
slime,
slime.
bitch.
I'm
Yeah.
fucking cross-eyed for that shit.
Shredding the oxy, bro.
Hit me with some of these numbers that are going to let me know that no matter what I do, I'm never going to be successful.
Oh, yeah. This applies to anybody out there listening that's pursuing an artistic
Oh,
endeavor of any
God.
kind. This will bum you out.
Have you tried sucking shit?
Yeah.
Like, didn't work great for him.
As a person who builds miniatures and embroiders portraits, let me know.
So the article says, who could have imagined that behind so many contented visions of peace, harmony, and goodness lay just another story of deception, disappointment, and depravity, fueled by alcohol and Valium.
Yeah, I grew up in the church. No shit, dog.
An artist with problems? Now we've seen everything.
I was gonna say it's like that should be like fuel for great shit, but he's like just turning in hotel art. It's
Right.
like- there's a bunch of drunk Valium addicts who can fucking change people's lives. He's just fucking making AI generated art.
So Kinkade was a self-made phenomenon with his prints, according to his company, hanging in one of every 20 American homes.
Wow.
At his height in 2001, he generated $130 million in sales, and his paintings of cottages, lighthouses, gardens, gazebos, and gates sold by the million through a network of mall-based Thomas Kinkade galleries.
And I will say, like, as much as it really bums me out because this guy could have done some really cool shit, especially with the work that he's doing. Because I love landscapes, I love Sublime, I love all of these, with Rome.
I love that you saw my eyes light up with Rome, and I'm like, no, I'm going to let her talk.
Oh man.
No, but like, the Flemish paintings of pastures with cows are my favorite genre of paintings. They're just the best. So, like, I don't know. I really wanted this guy to not be a piece of shit. And then everything I read about him, I was like,
Oh, we haven't even gotten into the crazy shit yet.
He's dead at least. You got that.
So there were, at one point, at his peak between 1995 and 2005, there were 350 Thomas Kinkade galleries across the U.S., with the bulk of them being in California. And this is a quote from him. Quote, "I don't paint the world we live in. It's the world we wished we lived in. People wish they could find that stream, that cabin in the woods. In art school, I was told so many times, your art is about you. And something about that didn't sit well with me. I began to realize my art's not about me. It's about you."
The Valium is about me.
That's for daddy.
There's no I in art, but there is one in Valley.
There should be a happy little stream there, but instead there's an abortion clinic.
My art's about you giving me $500.
For a print.
on a cookie tin. Cookie tins were big for a while there.
You've got 300 galleries near Spencer Gifts.
I think I have one of those. My mom like puts like she makes cookies for the holidays, and I take them home, and I think it's like Thomas Kinkade fucking.
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right, I'll take a picture of it. We can put it on the,
Put it on the
tweet.
Discord.
On X or what?
Formerly known as.
Yeah.
The formerly known as
This is more of the same quote. There's been million seller books and million seller CDs, but there hasn't been until now million seller artists. We have found a way.
What?
We have found a way to bring to millions of people an art that they can understand. Not the liberal bullshit art.
I also love the implication there that no writer or musician is an artist. That's not art. Where are the trees?
Okay, but this is such an art school frame of mind that fucking slime is really starting to hit me.
right.
Slimy.
No, but where you're like, yeah, I discovered how to make prints of my paintings, like the fucking printing press was never invented or used as an art style. Like, fuck Albrecht Dürer, that guy never sold it.
This, by the way, is kind of Andy Warhol's fault. That's his favorite artist.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's so simple. It's just
Like, you just make inoffensive art that people don't have to pay that much attention to, and mass produce it and make it cheap, and all of a sudden I'm a millionaire.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately,
Satire, get that shit out of here.
Girl guitar is just shapes. I don't get it.
Clock's melting. What are you trying to make my son gay?
Global warming's not real.
I don't know who this Mona Lisa broad is, but she looks kind of Mexican. So get her out of here. He's just turning into Alex Jones.
I can
The
imagine
globalists don't want you to know about this cottage down by the river.
if he's fucking drunk and on Valium, there had to be some Jonesy moments. Especially if he's super Christian.
Valium keeps me straight.
Kinkade didn't just have regular art galleries. They were the Thomas Kinkade experience.
Okay.
Like the Van Gogh thing. Like you just like open your eyes and you're in a fucking snowy brook.
Yeah, you want
that's
to
the
kill
thing.
yourself. Yeah.
No, they just put you in a trunk and drive you to the woods. You're like, hey, I'm painting now.
Throw you in the forest like a dog they don't want anymore.
Now go on. Go over to Yon Gazebo. So clients would be ushered into a climate-controlled viewing room. Some galleries offered quote-unquote master highlighters. Now here's where Jordan's going to get mad. Master highlighters trained by someone not far from the master himself to add a handcrafted splash of paint to the desired print to make a truly unique piece of art, as opposed to the frame photographic print that was standard fare. So literally there's a guy
killing
with a
Jordan
wet
over here.
paintbrush.
it's a fucking pyramid scheme. He built an MLM. Where it's like, okay, there's the guy and then there's his friends, and somebody near that tier taught these guys how to go butt on a piece of paper.
Literally a man with a wet paintbrush sitting at a mall goes dap, and then it's $500 more.
It's a new piece of art.
It's an original.
It's a new piece of art.
If you try to walk out of there without getting that, someone stops you at the door and they go, "Where are you going?
Yeah. You don't want
You to get your highlight."
Yeah.
Have you spoken with the master highlighter? Master highlighter sounds like a rank in Scientology.
Oh, I passed by the building today. I think I saw Master Highlighter almost got run over.
That's the guy whose job is to keep Tom Cruise in the closet or whatever.
And you know what makes me so mad is I can't even really get mad because some of my favorite pieces are like, I erased a de Kooning. Like, I can't. I'm like, okay, I spend so much time just being like, no, you don't understand modern art because like the context. It's the context.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I'm like, I fucking hate him, but I guess I have to defend this. Yes, it is technically a new piece of work.
Yeah.
But like you're like that like sort of modern art kind of thing. It's like there's a self-awareness to it where it's like, oh, we're assholes, though.
Yes.
Like, that's the whole thing.
Right.
This is some guy just being like, I'm not an asshole. I'm your grandma's friend. It's the lie of it.
Yeah.
Get
is
my
what makes
van
it
down by
gross.
the river.
They're trying to have it both ways, where it's like it's
Exactly.
postmodern, but also, I mean, why can't grandma enjoy it?
Yeah, I was
You know
gonna
what I
say,
mean?
if you want your grandmother to have money, she can leave you. You'll shut the fuck up about me.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'm taking it all.
Yeah, the art is the marketing.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
the art.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So the art went beyond galleries through the quote-unquote Thomas Kinkade lifestyle brand.
Oh, my God.
Spoonful of Valium.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it next to the Chappé?
I need to know what year this is because is this like around the same time as 90s Rooster Kitchens?
Yeah.
Rooster Kitchen.
Good ball.
I
Because
think
that would fit in my heart so well.
so. I
Gobble,
think if I remember,
Classic rooster.
Vintage rooster. Full-bodied rooster.
if I remember correctly, this is like 2001, 2002 ish.
Okay, so we've really lost our way.
Oh,
And
yeah,
now
yeah.
we don't have the fun faux country kitchen.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
In a post 9/11 world, America looked for a hero. And they found Thomas.
We're past
Kinkade.
significant others. We're on to chocolate starfish. America is lost.
Well, and that hero, that hero sealed a tie-in with Lazy Boy Furniture for the Thomas Kinkade collection of furniture sold at Lazy Boy stores.
Do you have pictures of this item? Can I see this, please?
I vaguely remember this from TV, but
It's just a fucking chair,
yeah,
right? Like,
100%.
Yeah,
But does it have like his painting like on the chair?
No,
No.
it wouldn't.
just chairs.
this would be
no,
in a
this
painting
is-
of mine. Yeah.
This is like the Shack office chair where it just has his name on the back.
The Shack office chair made sense because it was like, hey, are you a big fucking circus freak? Sit in this chair. Like that was the marketing ploy.
Are you huge?
Yeah. Do you not fit on Earth?
Yeah, so it's literally just like any furniture.
Wow.
Yeah, think of a chair. There it is.
Yeah, that's the chair. So he had that tie-in with Lazy Boy.
Just a collection of generic products and Thomas Kinkade art, and that's a house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can just slap his name on any like generic non-item. Like, this is Kinkade water. Like this is
Oh my god, no, I worked at Shacktoberfest for Halloween.
Yes.
So like I understand this brain of people at this point.
He's like the Guy Fieri of like lame old people.
except he doesn't perform gay weddings like Guy Fieri.
Oh, very much not.
Yeah, he's a fucking
The gazebo is closed to the LGBT community.
One man, one woman, one gazebo. That's it.
A fistful of Valium.
So his most ambitious project, though, was unveiled in 2001. The Village, a Thomas Kinkade community.
just some town that he slapped his name on.
Retirement home?
No, it's a 101 home development in Vallejo, outside San Francisco, operating under the slogan "Calm, not chaos; peace, not pressure."
They pitched this to Universal Studios, but they went with Harry Potter World. Thomas Kinkade, Dying Grandmother Land.
Hold on.
Are you ready to be bored to tears?
I need to know. I need to go back and just go over one item on that.
Yep.
Did you say it's outside of Vallejo or inside Vallejo?
It is in Vallejo.
In Vallejo
Yeah.
is the funniest place that could go because Vallejo is basically Oakland.
Yeah,
Like, it is, so Vallejo, when I was growing up, was just gangs. It was just gangs. It was, you do not go there. It is bad times all around. The Zodiac Killer, like, there's just so many ties.
Golden State too. Golden State.
Oh
Killer.
yeah, Golden State. Yeah,
Yep.
no. So Vallejo is like a nightmare. So that is the funniest place in the world to try to build that. Is like if you went to Skid Row and we're like, no, we're putting little cottages here now.
I love the idea that means somebody could be walking through Vallejo and like there's one building with a tag for the Crips, one for the Bloods, and one just says Thomas Kinkade.
It's just Mickey.
They just have a sundown themed section of town.
A babbling brook of blood.
Oh shit!
You had your choice of 4 different house designs, just 4, and each one was named after one of Kinkade's daughters. Plans for further developments fell through.
Leaving my kids.
How do you enjoy your Margaret?
Nanette too. How's she treating you?
Nanette too. Nanette's revenge.
Nanette are off dead. Nanette, the right one is.
Nanette too, Brute.
Nothing but Nanette.
Oh my god!
Nanette Beyond Thunderdome?
Plans for further housing developments, alas, fell through due to the 2008 housing crisis.
Thanks, Obama.
The company preserved, but Kinkade himself did not fare as well. He controlled his fondness for alcohol and value.
Keep it down, old boy.
This is from The Guardian, so again, endless praise for UK papers of how bitchy they are.
Fondness.
His
His voracious appetite for pharmaceuticals.
He was known to dabble in being a full-on drug addict.
It says he controlled his fondness for alcohol, Valium, and strip clubs adequately.
Okay, we've added the strip late in the game here.
I guess it's a natural blend, but my God.
When his wife
Hang on, I'm going to put a little splotch of paint on you for $500.
hold still. Quit moving. Giving you a master
Coming to the stage,
highlight.
it's Nanette too.
So when Nanette was there, he could keep that stuff under control, but things went crazy when he was out on the road.
Doing what? He's not painting at the fucking Chuckle Dungeon in Indianapolis. Like, where's he going?
Conferences.
Okay.
Loads of painting and marketing conferences. By the
Can I put my name on this loaf of bread? Would this loaf of bread exist in Thomas Kinkade world?
He has to go to like a strip club in the worst town in America so he can think of a gazebo to paint.
Hold on, I need my thinking pills.
Babbling Brook, yeah, I met her in Austin.
That stream is actually the exact pattern of a C-section scar. It's Daddy Showgirls in Indianapolis. Godspeed, Cinnamon. Rest in peace.
You won't be needing these pills.
By the mid-2000s, Kinkade's family was pushing him into an inpatient rehab, and stories about his alcoholism started to make the news. The last 5 years of his life were characterized by the pattern of ups and downs familiar to many addicts. In the years before his death, Kinkade's business and his life took a battering. There were allegations of malpractice, and his company declared bankruptcy, unable to pay its creditors following a series of court judgments ordering him to pay $860,000 for defrauding the owners of the galleries. So, to your point, MLM, yeah. So this is the fun stuff. Following his separation from his wife, Kinkade's behavior became erratic. The Los Angeles Times reported that some of Kinkade's former colleagues, employees, and even collectors of the work said that he had a long history of cursing and heckling at artists and performers.
Where's the cottages?
He's for sure heckling strippers.
Yep.
For sure.
You call that pussy popping?
Boring.
I don't doubt that is true, but just wait till you hear who he was heckling.
This doesn't at all feel like I'm going home to Grandmama's.
Once during a Siegfried and Roy show,
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Thomas Kinkade continuously yelled out, "Codpiece! Codpiece! Codpiece!" until his mother came to calm him down.
like,
So-
wait a minute. He wasn't sitting with his mother. His mother had other seats somewhere else in the shelf. She had to like go through 5 rows to go and calm him down.
Mom, you got to sit in the back. I might meet some fucking strange. I'm trying to smash.
I imagine Grandma had to climb over Hannah Gadsby and Nanette to get
Sure,
to
sure.
it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But no, I guess she was sitting on the row, but she had to like sit next to him and be like, Thomas, calm down. And he's just going, God, peace. Like he went to Siegfried and Roy,
peace.
not to look at the tigers, but to look at their dicks. Like, who's focusing on what's happening at
He's
Siegfried
like, you
and
call
Roy?
yourself an artist? And they're like, no. we are magicians.
To be fair, he yelled at it every show he went to.
God, peace.
Sir, this is Fiddler on the Roof. Oh, sorry. God, peace. No. Yeah, considering all the Jesus stuff, I thought he was going to yell something way less fun at Siegfried and Roy.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's just what got quoted in the LA Times. There's no telling what level.
What other
Then he
homophobic shit?
Then he threw an F-bomb at the tiger for some reason.
He yelled the F-bomb at a fire hydrant and passed out.
Dude, I've come all the way around. This guy fucking rocks.
He was living before his time, yeah.
Bad artist, but maybe my best friend.
So Kinkade also allegedly had a proclivity for what he called ritual territory marking.
Let's go. Let's go. Pissmaster.
Yeah, dude. So this guy would just pee on anything. And the main thing that gets reported whenever you read about him is he once relieved himself on a Winnie the Pooh statue at the Disneyland Hotel in Anaheim while screaming, "This one's for you, Walt."
Yes. Fucking Winnie the Pooh now. Goddamn.
Yeah, you don't want to be around for Winnie the Pooh.
Hang on, I'm aiming it in the honey bucket.
Here's one for Pissy the Poop. He vomits and gets escorted.
Get out of here, security. Walt would have loved it. Walt loved my dick.
What does this rock star make? The calmest, most middle of the road paintings you've ever seen.
Yeah, it's milk toast.
It's like finding out Julia Child killed a cop.
With her bare hands. Yeah. No, I just like that Disney paid him so much money and he went to their hotel and pissed on Winnie the Pooh. It was like, fuck you. Yeah, this is the part where you're like, oh, okay, now it is full rock star. The Times reported that he openly fondled a woman's breasts at a South Bend, Indiana sales event.
Well, that's the most depressing place you could possibly do a fondling.
In the open too. That's the thing. It's not like this was like everyone was around and he just went honky honky like God peace.
God, peace.
This is for you, Walt.
He's like, what else you want me to do? We're in Indiana. Applebee's is closed. This is it.
I need stimulus.
He was also arrested in Carmel for drunk driving in 2010.
Well, that's a given,
He
yeah.
was late. I mean, what else is there to do? It's either fight Clint Eastwood or drunk drive.
Clint's was closed.
Yeah. In the weeks following Kinkade's death, his estate tried to protect his brand. There was a gag order on his girlfriend, as we said, a statement attributing his death to natural causes, and those were among the efforts made. But to prevent the public from learning about the seedier side of Kinkade's life, they obviously didn't work, but it didn't matter. Kinkade's fans have proven that they are willing to overlook his weaknesses because his paintings symbolize the values that they aspire to. So this is still bringing... He's probably worth more dead than he ever was alive because now he can't do any of this crazy shit anymore.
Right.
And he didn't paint most of the shit to begin with.
When did he die?
2012.
So that's perfect because he died right before term, like canceling kind of became a thing.
Right.
So it's like everything else is the past and he can't really fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and also anybody who is seeking out his stuff, they're not caring about. Yeah, this is not the crowd. This is the crowd that is.
They're not reading the Daily Beast.
Yeah,
he pissed on Winnie the Pooh. Better make him president twice.
Exactly.
Like every dentist office, there's not like Thomas who? I don't know. I just want the fucking Babbling Brook photo or picture or whatever. What do you call it? Painting?
What is it? Oh yeah, some guy slapped a water lily on there and cost me an extra $8,000.
Gave it to me for a bunch of Valium. I don't know.
Kincaid's death went largely unnoticed in the art world. There were no lengthy obituaries in the quality press.
Damn.
Critics did not line up to extol the beauty or the influence of his art. Maybe they missed a trick. But for a while, Kincaid's work, at best humdrum and technically adequate, its popularity tells us something about his public. About a desperate yearning for nostalgia that pervades American life, a return to the safe glow of some imagined past. So again, even the British papers are like, and also fuck America.
You MAGA-loving idiots.
You stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, enjoy your paint-by-numbers Ronald Reagan bullshit.
That is an excellent description for his work. Oh my god, that's perfect.
There's something so bleak about just having to include in the article about him, and he died uncelebrated and unloved. We could have not mentioned it, but it felt like you needed to know.
I like it. I was like, he died in 2012. I was like, when did this article come out? Like a week ago? That's a slow news day, mate. But I'm also from Australia.
Well, the news takes longer to get there.
All our toilets flush backwards.
The news just comes via koala with a scroll.
What? Oh no! Crikey!
Crikey.
Valium.
His daughter was Benjamin Nanette Yahoo.
Oh man. Well, that's Thomas Kinkade. How do we feel, Jordan, about being an artist in this day and age after hearing all
god,
this?
I'm gonna go home and eat all the dollhouse furniture I built.
Ooh, wait a minute. Thomas Kinkade dollhouse furniture should be the next project, but covered in blood.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be Valium.
Oh, murder scenes in Thomas Kinkade.
Jesus. Overdose.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you.
Those god awful posters. He's like, and it's his arm.
Yeah.
I fucking love heroin.
I can see my dad.
You don't build dollhouses; you build cottages.
Yes.
And then have grisly murder scenes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and then I'll just ride that Thomas Kinkade wave into
Valhalla.
Picturing Thomas Kinkade finishing a painting and then spray painting his mouth silver like fucking the kids from Mad Max. Witness me. Pissed on Winnie the Pooh.
witness my cottage.
Him getting a Viking funeral from Randy, his Vicodin guy.
Norman Rockwell's a cop.
Someone just sees, they go, how was the painting, Tom? She goes, painting?
You mean master highlighting?
You codpiece.
I made this for you.
Do we know where he's buried?
Oh, good question.
Can we piss on his grave? He would love if we pissed on his grave.
He would love that. I was going to say, if somebody listening is near his grave, go put a codpiece on it. I'm not kidding.
He's from Placerville, but he is buried in Saratoga, which is just south of Cupertino. So South Bay, yeah, a perfect place for a douchebag to be buried.
Absolutely.
Right next to Apple.
Especially someone who tried to gentrify Vallejo. 101 homes. They were going to get murdered. Everyone that moved into that was going to get murdered.
Every criminal was like, this is a layup. Like, you're bringing a
You have to imagine, at some point, when the housing market crashed, some of those had to have become trap houses.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I live in the trap cottage.
Someone's cooking meth in a fucking...
Someone's really addicted to drugs and this is the first time I have to buy it myself. Fuck. And then the guy's like, this is quaint. This is not bad.
Yeah. Wow. Calm, not chaos. Peace, not pressure. Fire up the fucking meth torch.
What a charming place to not be allowed to see my kids.
Wow. They should see this.
Instead of being there for days, you've been there for a season.
Oh no, we shared needles and got Kinkades.
Jesus.